Hello, fellow Nursing 321 classmates. My name is Ashley Jordan. I wanted to do a quick video on my gerontology teaching project that I put together. Something that is affecting the aging population so much is hypertension, hyperlipidemia. So the pamphlet I put together was dietary changes to help lower blood pressure. Something so simple that I think gets looked over a lot is little changes to your lifestyle, dietary changes. As you can see, everything's in 16-point font. It's a little tiny picture. I didn't want to take up too much space with that since the words are so big, but I did want to break it up a little bit. When you open it up, I have like a little brief overview of what this pamphlet is. It talks about managing your blood pressure, and this is something I really want to highlight on. Any changes that you need to make, you need to talk to your primary care provider about. They want to tightly regulate what your blood pressure is, and I don't want you to just stop taking blood pressure medicine just because you want to change your diet. Please don't do that. It can be really bad. You'll come and see me in the emergency department and be like, I don't know why my head hurts. And, well, amazing what happens when you stop taking your medicine. But dietary changes can greatly help with the polypharmacy and maybe take some of those 100 pills that they take in the morning and night out of the way. So I'll just go over briefly the pamphlet with you. When you open it up, I have 8 key things, 8 key things that you can do to help change your diet. I have one little picture in the middle. It's like a little diagram of a plate. I know they don't like charts. It's hard for them to understand, but I felt like a visual representation of what their plate should look like would actually help them see, the portion size. This is how much should cover my plate for vegetables or the meats and the fruits, all that fun stuff. So I'll go over briefly what I highlighted here. So portion size. Overeating is huge. Obesity in this country is through the roof. So portion size is key. Getting a smaller plate, very simple, but can greatly decrease your chances of overeating. Measuring out your food to get the appropriate serving size is also very important. So that's what I talked about in there a little bit. Increasing your fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables are a great source of vitamins and minerals. They're very good for you. Getting fresh or frozen fruits and vegetables really needs to be emphasized. Doing these canned vegetables and fruits, they're preserved in sodium or sugar, and neither of those things are very good for you. So something that I'll mention again later is decreasing your sodium intake. So it's kind of hard to decrease your sodium intake if your fruits and vegetables that you're trying to eat are soaked and preserved in salt. So something to think about. Choosing whole grains. So whole grains provide more nutrients and minerals to your body. It also is a great source of fiber. As we know, constipation is a huge thing with the aging population as well. Increasing your fiber intake can help greatly with that. Limiting your unhealthy fats. So we live in the South, and everything is deep fried and covered in lard and gravy, a lot of gravy. It's not very good for you. So cutting out the butter and the gravy and the lard and starches that aren't necessary, those fats, and switching to, a margarine or a smart balanced butter if you want to do that. Avocados are good, and good fats. Good fats are good. So you can also get it in nuts and seeds, canola oils. Yeah, just please stay away from butter and find the good fats, not the bad fats. Then there's low protein and or lean meat. So switching out the red meat, I know it's so good. It's very yummy. A steak is very good, but tried to limit it. Switching to poultries, lean meats, fish. Fish are very good. Salmon is actually very high in the good fats, so it kind of plays with each other, I guess, not against, but it can help lower your fat intake, your cholesterol intake, and as we know, hyperlipidemia is huge, just like hypertension is with the aging community. So if one thing can help multiple areas, then why not try it? And then over here I have my decrease in sodium intake. Salt, salt, salt. Everybody wants to add salt. Please take the salt off the table. Probably don't need it. And I know taste buds are changing and they just want to taste something in this age range. But it's not good for you. It makes you puffy. If you have any cardiac issues aside from hyperlipidemia and hypertension, but you know, CHF, salt is awful for you. It'll make you retain fluid like crazy. So there's salt substitutes that you can use. I guess I'm not holding this up very well for you to see. It'll also be attached. But salt substitutes, if you like soy sauce, you can do a low sodium soy sauce, just to kind of help decrease that sodium intake. Another thing I highlighted was plan your meals. Sometimes when you have a plan, you can actually adhere to your plan. It's very integral in changing your lifestyle. And if you're not very good at planning, maybe get Meals on Wheels. Get a delivery service to kind of help take the guesswork out of it. Try not to eat out so much. Fast food is terrible. It is full of fat and starch and lipids and cholesterol. Like, it's just not good for you, and preservatives and holy salt intake again. So please try to stay away from that as much as you can. Prepare your meals for the week. Try to stick to it as best as you can. And then the last thing I highlighted here was adequate water intake. With the aging population, they do not like to hydrate. They like to drink coffees and teas, which further dehydrate you and are full of caffeine, which, you know, I work nights, so caffeine is great. However, it's not very good for you, especially in the aging population. Hydration is key. You'll get kidney stones. You'll see me very soon for a kidney stone if you keep drinking the tea. It also doesn't help with your sleep. If you start drinking this later in the afternoon, you can't have coffee at dinner. You won't sleep. But increase your water. It helps kind of flush out your toxins, properly hydrates you, helps with constipation. Water is great. Please drink it. And on the back of my pamphlet, I try to fit everything I possibly could because it's 16 points, so I put the serving sizes on the back of the pamphlet. Another reason why I did that was, here's the front. If I lay it down on the countertop, I can see the serving sizes. So maybe they'd be more apt to know the serving sizes if it's laying on the counter right next to them. So I just put that as a little guideline there for them to know what they should and should not eat, and then how much or how little to eat. So, as with any educational pamphlet, you can't just throw it at them and walk away. Social interaction with this community is so crucial. They crave that interaction, and they want to be spoken to and spoken with. So take the time to go through it with them. They're more apt to comply and listen to their concerns and talk about solutions. And again, please do not go off your blood pressure medicine without talking to your primary care provider. Please. But dietary changes, again, are something so simple, yet could go very far in your life. It can create a longer, healthier lifestyle and make them more, happy, maybe, because they're not having to take so many different medications that interact with each other. Polypharmacy is huge. So please take the time to sit down and talk to your geriatric population about nutritional changes. It could be a life changer for them. So I hope this video was educational, and sorry for rambling a little bit, but talk to your patients. Help lower their blood pressure. Thank you.